Hi, everyone. So let's do a spread for the week ahead so we can see what's kind of expected for us for the next 5 to 7-ish days. Um, I am getting an energy, a strong energy that we as a collective are entering in a period of lightness. So, in other words, it's the light that follows the darkness. That maybe perhaps in the past we've had a lot of struggles, we've been through a lot of dark times, but now it's this idea of the whole year is opening up to just this prosperous or just more full of light than darkness this year, is what I'm getting. But I know I've only set my intention for the next 7 days or so. But I am getting that coming through, that there's going to be a longer period of light after darkness is really what I'm trying to say. So I'd like to roll a zodiac sign and an astro house to see if we can get some more information, more energies to come through and help us. So we have Scorpio in the 7th house. So Scorpio is really a sign of extraordinary power. And the 7th house is about your partners. It can be about relationships, it can be about balance or cooperation. So there is something here coming through about a powerful relationship, is what I want to say. And with Scorpio, probably even a very emotional relationship. So that could be for someone that this idea of this being a time when you're transitioning from a really hard time in your life into perhaps something that's lighter hearted or just more happy in general, just happier. Um, and it may have to do with partnerships or even a love interest. So, but let's ask the tarot for more energy. So we're starting out with the 8 of Swords. So this to me feels a bit like what I was saying about that darkness, that perhaps we're entering this week feeling a certain way, maybe feeling full of fear about something, or knowing that we're holding ourselves back from something, or we're being silent about something. When we are tied up in the 8 of Swords energy, it's generally a good time to really pay attention to what is going on around you. So this woman here, she imagines that she has blindfolds on, and she imagines that she's all tied up, that she doesn't have any choices. But when you're in this type of a position, it's the perfect time to really listen to what is going on around you. Try to take things in with your other senses. Try to bring in how things make you feel on a physical level, how things feel on an intuitive level, how your body reacts to certain situations. There is actually a way that you can take advantage of being in this 8 of Swords energy. And that's what I'm trying to say too. If you feel like you can't figure it out by the traditional ways or the ways that you normally would, it feels like there's an opportunity here to really sort of listen to your intuition, listen to how your body reacts, other ways of trying to figure out how to get through a situation. But let's keep going to see what else we can find about our week ahead. So there's the King of Pentacles, 3 of Cups, 4 of Swords, Page of Pentacles. Underneath, 6 of Wands, Page of Swords, the Wheel, 10 of Cups, 6 of Cups, and underneath everything is the Queen of Pentacles. So, for those of you who have been watching my readings for a while now, you'll know that every once in a while I get messages from the other side. So this is turning into a medium reading. And there is someone trying to come through who is showing up here as the Queen of Pentacles, who's trying to get through to us in this reading. So this is no longer a spread for the next 7 days. This is going to be a message from a passed on loved one. And she's showing up as the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is generally my card for a mother. However, I am seeing a King of Pentacles in this spread. And we did talk about love partnerships. So for some of you, this could be a mother who is communicating from the other side, or this could be someone that you were married to, or someone that you had a very strong emotional relationship with. I do feel a lot of emotion coming off of this card. And it does feel that in some way or another, whether this was a very close nuclear family type of bond, or whether this was someone you lived with or were married to, like I said, it does feel like there's a lot of almost like joint finances, or ways that one took care of each other, or dependence, or things of that nature. So make it make sense, but that's definitely coming through here too. But this is certainly someone who loved you very much, whether this was a mother or a spouse. Make it make sense for you, but this is someone who loved you very much and still does, which is probably what they're coming through to tell us. But let's keep moving through this. So it looks like this person maybe perhaps lived in a lot of fear, which is what we're getting with this Eight of Swords. And perhaps that fear is really what held them back from feeling successful with things. There were probably things that really lit them up, things that made them really happy, things that lit up their heart chakra. With this Six of Wands energy here, it feels like they had some kind of goals or something in mind that they wanted to do, but yet I think they kept themselves kind of small and let their fears hold them back from doing it. So they pretty much, it feels like when they were here in their lifetime here, that they pretty much left behind a lot of their dreams, and maybe even convinced themselves that there was no point to doing that they weren't going to go anywhere anyway, and almost justified them in that way. But I do see, it feels to me like this person is showing up as both the Queen and the King of Pentacles in this situation. So it feels more like this is a mother or a mother figure, perhaps a grandmother figure, but you'll know who this is as we go through this reading. But this is definitely someone who was very successful. So whether or not they were following their heart or following their dream, it does look like they did have a lot of business sense. Perhaps they knew their self-value. So in some ways they kept themselves small, but then in other ways they were extremely stable and extremely practical. I can see there's a lot of giving and receiving that this person was doing. This is probably a very generous person in your life. And I keep getting this idea that they were financially supportive for you. So maybe after their passing, perhaps they were financially supportive for you, or when they were still here, maybe that was a role that they played for you. But because we have this page coming in with the King of Pentacles, there is this feeling, again, there's this motherly type of energy, this feeling that they had children around them, or they took care of other people, or they were just very generous with the people around them in their lives. But I also feel that they had a carefree spirit, and that they were always kind of ready for action. They were probably a lot of fun. They were probably had a youthful type of energy about them. Even though they were very practical and stable and took care of a lot of people, it feels like they were kind of still very young at heart, is what I'm getting there. So it's a little bit contradicting to the fact that they were so stressed out about something. And I think it has to do with whatever their dream was, whatever their dreams were. So the Page of Swords is someone who really is able to kind of release their fear, because they are ready to take action on the things that they love. But there's something here that this person felt safer by not taking action towards what looks like their dreams with this Six of Wands. I think that it feels like they learned something when they were here. The Three of Cups is often for me my card of spirit guides. And I think that this person with the Wheel of Fortune is saying to you that to to put your trust and your faith into certain people while you're here is not going to serve you right. So I'm stumbling through this message because I'm trying to put it in a context as the messages come in. But it feels to me like perhaps you have a person in your life who may not be the right person for you. I'm almost getting love bombing type of energy, almost self-absorbed, perhaps a one-sided kind of person. And there may be a message coming through about making sure you find your soul tribe with this Three of Cups, making sure that the people around you are the people that you were sent here on your mission to find, and that wasting time with the wrong people and people who you know maybe perhaps are keeping you small, but deep down, or maybe not so deep down, you know they're not the right person for you, to not waste time with that, to push forward, have your karma wheel continue to spin in the right direction by finding your soul tribe, by finding the people that you're really supposed to be around. This Wheel of Fortune is almost giving me this feeling of like a treadmill, where if you're spending time with the wrong people, you're just on a treadmill or a hamster wheel that just goes around and around and around, and you work really hard, but you don't get anywhere. Where with this Three of Cups, there's more this feeling that if you spend your time and energy on the right people, on your soul tribe, that's what's going to help you push your actual purpose forward and your actual karma forward and kind of get off that treadmill. So this is pretty clear here with the Four of Swords and the Ten of Cups. They are saying that they wish that they had spent more time in meditation, trying to find their tribe, because that is what would have brought them their true happiness. But instead, they kept themselves small. And there may be a message coming through here that their partner, because of this seventh house that showed up here, their partner in life may have been part of what kept them small. And they're coming through here today to say that they do not want you to stay small because of a partnership. That getting quiet, talking to your spirit guides, finding your real soul tribe is the thing that's going to lead you to this Ten of Cups, which is what your real happiness is going to be coming from or based on. So there is definitely a message here for you to take some time out of whatever your usual life is, maybe from this partner, and spend some time in pure solitude so that maybe you can get some more answers or more divine answers about what kind of people you should be bringing into your life, who your soul tribe actually is, and who's actually going to make your purpose and your life feel more fulfilled. Because there certainly is this idea with the wheel that keeps coming out that you are in some kind of a pattern. You're going around and around with someone. It feels like there's even a separation. It feels like there's silent treatment. It doesn't feel healthy. It doesn't really feel toxic. I mean, it does feel toxic. And so I really feel like that's why this person has shown up here. This Queen of Pentacles, who is generally a mother figure. So again, make that make sense for you. But there is certainly someone here who really wants you to change the direction, I think, of who you spend your time with and who is keeping you small and who is keeping you from realizing your dreams. This is also very clear. The middle of this message I stumbled through, but it's starting to flow better now. I'm understanding it better. With this Page of Pentacles and the Six of Cups here, this to me is a clear message that this person coming through is saying to you to learn about the things that you used to love when you were a child. So there is this idea of you building something brand new, maybe something that you have always dreamed about, like perhaps they did but neglected, that they fear that you are now neglecting, but to really learn something now. Start learning something now, maybe learn something as you go. Take a class on something, do your research on something is what's coming through this Page of Pentacles, because there was certainly something that you liked to do when you were a child. And if this is your mother or a parental figure or grandparental figure, they would probably know what that thing was that you loved to do when you were a child. So there's a very strong message here for you to go inward and very strongly connect with your inner child. And maybe you remember off the top of your head what that thing was, what that dream was, what your soul's purpose is. As children, we tend to know our soul's purpose a lot more than after we've grown and we've become more jaded in the world and we get very set in our careers and our lifestyles and our lives and our responsibilities. But as children, we tend to really know what our soul's purpose is and still have this innocence about it that we can do those things. But they're asking you to do that again and to really start taking on that role and learning what you need to learn in order to fulfill that dream that it looks like you never really had a chance to fulfill. Wow. So, okay, I think I would like to get some big picture oracle cards next. So there's the anchor, the clouds, the scythe, and the safe. And we've been getting the safe a lot lately, which I really like to see, especially at the end of the row here. So let's start with these. With the clouds and the scythe, this is a very tumultuous time, which is making me feel what I was feeling before about perhaps there's a person or people in your life that are making you feel like it's like chaotic, tumultuous, turmoil. Clouds and the scythe together are a bad combination. If you're trying to use a very sharp weapon, but you can't see where you're going with it, chances are someone's going to get hurt. So this is what I was feeling about that love bombing type of energy, that narcissistic or selfish or one-sided person in your life who might be keeping you small. That's the main message that's coming through here. And that they're trying to perhaps disrupt your stability or disrupt you from facing trying to find your dreams or trying to find that true north, that true sense of stability and the career that might really turn your whole life around. They're clouding your judgment by being around this person and staying perhaps in this 8 of Swords energy. But what I really like here at the end of the row, as we said, was this safe, because the safe means that you are protected. This is you being protected by your ancestors, and very much so by this Queen of Pentacles who came here to show up for this reading and wants to really give you this message that this Queen of Pentacles is protecting you at all times. And when you are on your spiritual journey, I say this all the time, when you are on your spiritual journey, you will always be protected. It's just the way it works. So I think that this is just confirming a lot of what we said, but it does look like this relationship that perhaps you are currently in is more of the focus than I once thought at the beginning of this, that this person that's in your life may be causing a lot more harm than you realize, or at a minimum is just slowing you down from doing what you need to do. So let's get a few tea leaf cards too. And then I would like to close this out with a couple of chakra cards. So Caterpillar flipped out. Things will not always be this way. A change is coming. That was the feeling I was getting when I first sat down about this period of darkness really starting to transition into light. But let me shuffle that Caterpillar back in. And as I was saying, I would like to look at your chakras too, because you're being called to connect with your inner child, there may be a need to do a heart chakra healing because your inner child lives in your heart chakra. So connecting with your heart chakra is really going to help you to connect with your inner child. And I am getting a message here for you to, when you do get quiet in this 4 of Swords energy and you find some time on your own to meditate and figure out about your soul tribe and what it is you used to love to do as a child, that to really just blurt out, I say that all the time, blurt it out loud even to your inner child and ask them, what was it that I love to do? What is my purpose? Why am I here? What should I be learning? and you will be amazed at the answers that you will receive and how you receive them. So we have ladder with climbing towards success. So we were getting that with this idea of you perhaps taking your dreams to this next level where you will have a lot of victory and success, but not if you're keeping yourself small. But this anchor is this idea of stability, and it's falling with the King of Pentacles too, which I love because you have so much potential to start building now as the Page of Pentacles, climb the ladder and become the King of Pentacles with whatever this is that you're being called to do. Look at that. Then we have forest with muddled, unclear thinking, and that is coming in with the clouds. So again, there may be a person, people around you, the wrong people who are sending you in the wrong direction. They're sending you deeper into the forest instead of out of the forest and into the sunlight. And they're coaxing you to go with them. Probably, usually people don't have necessarily bad intentions when they do things like that. It's usually more of this idea of they want to keep you small because they're afraid you're going to move on without them, that you're going to leave the forest without them and leave them there. But sometimes that's just how the energy works. And sometimes we just have to leave people behind. And it looks like that is what this Queen of Pentacles is really here to show you. And then finally, we have Fox. Shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. And we were just saying that with this King of Pentacles, your potential here feels huge for whatever this dream is. That I think this Queen of Pentacles is here to say, do it. Find that childhood dream and pursue it, because you have everything you need here in order to do that. And the success will just follow. Yay. Okay. Let's look at 2 chakra cards, because I was feeling the need for you to go inward into your heart chakra, but let's see if there's something else more important that wants to come out. Okay, yep. So we have third eye with fearful, which is what we were getting with this 8 of Swords energy, being kept small, keeping your vibration so low that you're too afraid to really trust your intuition. And we were saying before about feeling into your body, about how you react when someone comes into your energy. And that's a pretty clear way of knowing if that person is for you or not. So I think we will take a look at your third eye chakra, but let's see what else is here. So we have the throat chakra with withdrawn. So this is another message telling me that you are really not speaking your truth in this situation with whoever this person is that feels like they're probably not your person or partner. So what I would like to do then is I would like to concentrate on your third eye chakra, because I feel like that's the thing that's going to help release a lot of these fears. Plus you can tap into your intuition more strongly. So if you're interested in a free Reiki healing for your third eye chakra, I'm going to leave a link for it in the description and in the comments. It is yours. You can listen to it anytime you want. But also in the Raise Your Vibe in 5 book, there is a section for the third eye, and I'm going to find a page. So here's a page that deals specifically with the third eye chakra. And the exercise for this day says, drink a cup of tea during sunset. And I love that because it's also going to give you an opportunity to really ground and bring in all those intuitive messages into your 3D world. But also, if you drink a cup of tea during sunset, especially if you're by yourself, that would be a perfect time to ask your inner child out loud what it is that you should be working on, what it is their dream was. Get back in touch with that little kid side in you. And I think that that would be a really great way too to open your third eye, by start communicating with your inner child. So, but again, if you want the third eye chakra healing video, it will be in both the description and in the pinned comments. So that is your reading. Please let me know how this was resonant for you, and we will do this again sometime. Thanks, everybody. Bye.